state of Ohio is about football. I mean, it's located in the center of the country. You know, there's no beaches to go to.
You know, having grown up in the state of Ohio, you figure out pretty quickly how important football is to the culture of high school sports.
I grew up in Youngstown, Ohio. It's a tough town. It's an old steel town. I mean, the Browns are good and the Bengals are good on Sundays, but it's about high school football on Friday night and college football on Saturday.
In Ohio, you're a Buckeye. Grew up 20 minutes south of Cleveland. There's one thing that I could point out, one thing that I can say about an Ohio win, it's pretty darn sure they're going to be an Ohio State fan.
I grew up about 15 minutes from Buckeye Stadium, the Horseshoe, so I grew up a huge Ohio State fan.
Growing up, that's all you hear. It's about Scarlet and Gray, go Bucks. Anytime a kid usually gets a chance to go there, many of them at least take a visit.
Being from Ohio, coming out of a good league, I would probably get an offer from Ohio State. And actually, Ohio State was the only camp I actually went to. Nothing really happened there, so I was a little bit upset.
No, Ohio State, no, they didn't offer me.
Never got recruited by Ohio State.
I guess I just wasn't on the radar.
No, Ohio State did not offer me.
You know, I didn't think that, I was good enough to get recruited by the Buckeyes.
I've recruited Ohio for many, many years. I think it is normal for a lot of Ohio players to want to go play at Ohio State. The difference between that guy right here who goes to Ohio State and that guy right here who maybe comes to Michigan State, you know, that can be flipped very quickly.
Going back to last year's game, that game meant the world to us, especially the Ohio guys.
Connor's got time, unloads deep right, over the shoulder to grab, in the end zone!
For me, I feel like the chip on my shoulder was just knowing that, I had a lot of people rooting against me, and I feel like I used that as my motivation just from being from Ohio.
Down the right side of the Ohio State 30, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown.
Being from Ohio, it was just a really special opportunity to be able to play for a Big Ten championship, especially against a 24-0 team.
Then let the dancing begin. Book your tickets to Pasadena.
Finally, when that clock just hit zero and you realize that you just beat the number 2 ranked team in the country and you're going to Pasadena, it was just such a surreal feeling, such a surreal moment, and just, something that I'll take with me anywhere I go for the rest of my life.
That was a game to get to the national championship. I didn't watch that film for a long time, and I watched part of it, and it was not a go-hard issue. It was we made some mistakes. So if it's a go-hard issue, then you got a program problem. If it's an issue with some schematic issues or play calls, etc., you can fix those. And we've spent an inordinate amount of hours trying to fix things, and I think we have.
When you got a team like Ohio State on your calendar, you're both 7-1. It's going to be a big-time game.
I would say what's at stake for the game against Ohio State is decide who's going to go to Indianapolis.
It's a game that we must win in order to get to the Big Ten championship. So, we're looking at this as the Big Ten championship right now.
Coach talks about walking the streets here in the state of Michigan. It's also for our kids from the state of Ohio. It's walking the streets in Ohio knowing that we took care of business on Saturday. And I think, it becomes personal. The game of football is a personal game. I don't think it's hard for our kids from the state of Ohio, a Connor Cook, a Curtis Drummond, to get fired up for that
game. And this is the Saturday night game the nation's been waiting for. This is a very, very heated rivalry. Say what you want. The Spartans recruit in Ohio. They have connections with coaches in Ohio.
Now, 27 players on the MSU roster are from the state of Ohio.
None of them had an offer from the Buckeyes, and that's the chip that they need to be motivated today.
Connor Cook back to throw, wants to go deep. Over the shoulder grab made by Keith Mumphrey. Throwing on the run is Connor Cook. Keith Mumphrey with a catch, heads for the right pylon, into the end zone. Touchdown, MSU.
Snap Snap to Barrett, hand to Elliott, who goes worming his way to the 50. Left side, he'll turn it to the Michigan State 45, to the 40, 35, 30. Cuts it back to the 20, middle of the field. 15 for Elliott, to the 10, and he is tackled by Curtis Drummond, safety at the 5 of the Spartans. JT Barrett gets the snap, option play to the right side. Barrett runs it himself to the 5. Barrett to the end zone for a touchdown. JT Barrett on a 5-yard touchdown run. Cook hands it off Langford, left side to the Ohio State 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown.
So the Spartan offense seemed to be up to game speed. The defense will have to now get used to this quick, snapping Ohio State attack and the quickness of the Buckeyes themselves. This has become a real slugfest. Barrett takes the snap, feels the heat, throws it away. That ball is loose. The Spartans have recovered inside the 20-yard line of Ohio State. Shotgun for Connor Cook. Little misdirection, handoff to Jeremy Langford. Runs to his left. Touchdown, MSU! But there's a flag. They call a hold on Jack Allen. Michael Geiger will try the field goal here. It'll be a 39-yarder. He missed it. So Ohio State has to feel they dodged a bullet there. They're still only 7 points down.
All right, I think we can go score here before the end of the half, guys.
Barrett guns it up the left side of the field, caught Michael Thomas, 35, 30, 40, on the run, past the 50 into Spartan territory, 30, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown, Michael Thomas, as he catches a strike from JT Barrett and takes it 79 yards to the house. Game tied at 21, Ohio State 2nd and 10. JT Barrett fakes the hand, looks to throw from the 50, guns it long, going Devin Smith toward the end zone, got it! 6 for Devin Smith. The second straight scoring play those two have hooked up on as Ohio State has their first lead of the night.
Things are looking good right now. Ohio State's got to be checked.
Cook in trouble, and Michael Bennett will throw him down. So the Spartans looking 4th down.
They got to think they're going to go for it here.
It would appear that way. Stop on corner, Eli Apple. And it's turnover on downs. The Spartans have a 13-game conference winning streak that is in jeopardy right now, and also in danger of suffering their first conference loss. Snap to JT Barrett. Barrett looking to throw, tosses right corner of the end zone, caught by Dontre Wilson for a touchdown.
And Ohio State wins this big football game here, riding on the coattails of JT Barrett. 49 to 37.
Mark, you've talked all year about trying to keep the playoff talk away from your players, things like that. Do you think any of that outside stuff?
How to do it. That was a great game, but at the end of the day, we don't get what we wanted, and sometimes that's the way life is. We gave up too many big plays. When that happens, it's tough to win.